I'm going to put out my plan in detail. Republicans in Congress should do the same. Right now, what we all know is that to say you want to reduce the deficit, but their plans are going to increase the deficit by $3 trillion based on what they introduced so far. So where are they going to cut? They're going to cut Medicaid, the Affordable Care Act, they're going to cut Social Security or Medicare, veterans benefits, aid to farmers. At the State of the Union, they seem to say they're not going to cut Social Security or Medicare. Okay, great. I hope that's true. But how are they going to make these numbers add up? Here's the deal. If Republicans try to take away people's health care, increase costs for middle-class families, or push Americans into poverty, I'm going to stop them. I'm going to stop them. And let's remember, the previous administration, America's deficit went up every year, 4 years in a row. Because of those record deficits, no president added more to the national debt, that's a 200-year debt, never added more to the national debt than my predecessor. Nearly 25% of the entire national debt accumulated over 200 years was accumulated as a consequence of the tax cut of this last administration and other spending. And how did Congress respond to all that debt? They passed the debt ceiling 3 times without preconditions or crisis. If we paid Americans' bills then, why won't we pay them now? Let's pay the debt accumulated over 200 years. If you couldn't throw the country into a crisis then, why would you want to throw it into a crisis now? They wouldn't inflict pain on the American people then. Why would they do it now? Well, I tell you why. It's just politics. And they got no business playing politics with people's lives and the full faith and credit of the United States.
Good morning, friends. So this is happening right now. Lawmakers are beginning important discussions on programs including Social Security and Medicare. President Biden has officially laid out his plan to help senior citizens and retirees. And friends, this could mean hundreds of dollars in extra relief cash. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, I will be giving away 2 $75 Walmart gift cards this coming Friday. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaways, my friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning the giveaways. President Biden scored an early political point this month in his fight with congressional Republicans over taxes, spending, and raising the federal debt limit. He confirmed with Republican leaders several times that he will not seek cuts to Medicare and Social Security. In the process, Biden has effectively steered a debate about fiscal responsibility away from 2 cherished safety net programs for seniors, just as those plans are poised for a decade of rapid spending growth. New forecasts from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, released this week, showed Medicare and Social Security spending growth rapidly outpacing the growth in federal tax revenues over the next 10 years. That is a product of a wave of baby boomers reaching retirement age and then beginning to tap into the programs, which provide guaranteed income and health insurance from the time benefits are claimed until death, and refusing to touch so-called entitlement programs. Biden was appealing to seniors, along with generations of future retirees. During a recent event in Florida, President Biden said, "They're more than government programs. They are a promise we made. Work hard and contribute. And when the time has come for you to retire, you'll be there. We'll be there for you to help you out." In his 2020 campaign, Biden proposed shoring up Social Security's finances and increasing benefits for some retirees by raising taxes on high earners. Social Security is primarily funded through payroll taxes on workers' incomes of up to $160,200. The president has suggested eliminating the cap for incomes above $400,000 a year and subjecting them to payroll taxes. Influential Republicans have proposed a variety of changes to make both programs more fiscally sustainable, including spending cuts and then gradually raising the retirement age from 67 to keep up with longer life expectancy. Republican leaders in Congress have stressed in recent days, despite the calls from conservatives to link safety net spending and the debt limit, they will not seek those changes as part of an agreement to raise the nation's borrowing cap. House Republicans have threatened not to increase the current $31.4 trillion limit unless President Biden agrees to unspecified demands to reduce government spending and debt. If the cap is not raised and the government is unable to pay all its bills at once, some retirees might not get their Social Security checks as scheduled. Many leaders say their demands to raise a cap will ultimately leave Social Security and Medicare intact. Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, the minority leader, has recently told reporters there is no agenda on the part of Senate Republicans to revisit Medicare or Social Security, period, adding he has noticed that the Speaker of the House has said the same thing. If both sides hold their positions, the fiscal debate will narrow to President Biden's proposals to raise taxes on corporations and high earners, and Republicans' proposals to cut the growth of a much smaller slice of federal programs. Biden plans to address the deficit in future events, in which he will criticize Republican proposals that he says would add $3 trillion to the debt. Those proposals include repealing tax increases that Biden had signed into law in 2022, as well as making permanent several Republican tax cuts that are set to expire at the end of 2025. The debate will exclude the primary spending side that drives future debt and deficits. Both Medicare and Social Security's trust funds are currently spending more than they take in from payroll taxes and other sources of revenue. The Budget Office has predicted Social Security spending would grow by 2/3 over the coming decade. That is more than double the expected growth rate for spending on military and on domestic programs like education and environmental protection. High inflation has accelerated that growth. Social Security enacted an 8.7% cost of living increase this year, its largest in decades. The Budget Office said it expected the program's spending to increase by $412 billion more over the next decade than it previously forecasted in May because of the effects of inflation. Well, my beautiful and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here every day. Friends, I want you all to know that I greatly appreciate all of you. If you'd like to enter tomorrow's giveaway, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My friends, the more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.